Now, some of you may already know, I'm a big fan of top boxes, especially on touring bikes and also your daily commuters. So it's no surprise that I actually fitted a top box to my BMW GS. This one is the Hepco and Becker Exceed 45 litre. So let's talk about what I think of it so far. Hey everyone, welcome to Roads of Oz. My name is Matt, and on this episode we're looking at the Hepco and Becker 45 litre Exceed top box and why I actually went with this one, things I like, things I don't like. Now, I bought this from Motorcycle Adventure Products based out of Mittagong, and they were super helpful. Now, here in Australia, the BMW GS can get a touch confusing. If you look up the Rally Edition on a lot of sites, you will get a little bit confused, and more often than not, you will get the wrong part, which was what happened to me. I ordered the alley rack specific for this model and the bike, and when it was delivered, I tried fitting it and it wasn't the right one. It wasn't Motorcycle Adventure Products' fault. They're only going off the information I gave them. But I headed down, and the beauty was their returns policy is brilliant. They were super helpful. I was able to take the other rack down and have it changed out, and more importantly, they come out and had a look at the bike, and they were able to sort it out straight away. So the side protection and pannier racks that you find on the Rally Pack is also identical to what you find on BMW's Adventure model. It's something you need to be aware of. Now, you can order a top box directly through BMW, but it is a lot more expensive, to the tune of about $200 to $300, and it is much smaller. Where this one's 45 litre, I think the BMW was about 32 litres. Installation wasn't too bad. It was just a case of removing 4 bolts from the existing rack and reinstalling this new rack to it. Now, it's only 4 bolts and also 4 spacers. Now, quite importantly, make sure you use the spacers supplied. They are a touch thicker than the one on the standard model. Once I got it off, I gave everything a bit of a clean, installed it, no problem. Now, another tip is make sure when you install the rack, make sure there's enough space that you can reinstate the rear seat. It caught me out, but wasn't a big deal. Also, there's a plastic section here. Make sure that the top section of the rack, when you bolt it down, the bolts aren't too close to the edge, because it does affect the plastic and you can't clip it down properly. So just be wary of that. Otherwise, it's a very straightforward installation, about 30 minutes tops, and it looks quite good. The only time I've taken the rack off was to do this video, so I leave it on. And putting it on isn't that hard. You just take, it all relies on this part, on this latch here, so it'll lock in over that, then it'll clip over the top. So all you're basically doing, and this part here, just line it up between there, so it will slide into place. It'll sit flush at the front here, and we just lift that up and carefully clip that on, and you can lock the key. It's going nowhere, and give it a bit of a wiggle just for your own peace of mind. Now, one of the things I do like about this rack, it is 45 litres, so that you can fit quite a bit in here. I always keep a spare set of gloves and some tools with a puncher kit, and you're able to fit so much more. So you can pretty much fit something 420 by 230, and the depth is about around 250 mil. There's a bit of extra space up here you can put clothing, nothing too heavy, it's just a mesh. So what I do like, you can fit a full face helmet with your intercom in here, no problem, and it will close, no drama at all. There's also enough space for some gloves. And if I fold my summer jacket up nicely, or just have an honest attempt, you can probably fit it in here as well. Just jam it in. And there you have it. You're able to lock this and go do your shopping, whatever you need to do, and you're not carrying a bulky helmet and jacket around. Now, this you can open from both sides, which I absolutely love. More importantly, this, when you're away camping, this can actually double as a plate. Pretty handy, and that's one of the positives of this Exceed model, being able to take this off. It also gives you plenty of access into the top, but I do love the fact that you can open it from either side. So one of the downsides is when you close this, sometimes, won't do it now because I've got an audience, but sometimes this will sit on the outside and you can crush it down. It will still close, but you are putting a lot of pressure on this end. And if it was raining, you're probably going to allow water in. So just get in the habit of making sure that it closes like that. Because it's not BMW, you haven't got the advantage of like the BMW system where you can get the key from the BMW bike, key to the luggage rack. So you do have to keep this key with you, but it works beautifully, locks it up so no one can get in and you're able to store all your stuff. But like I said, lose the key, you're in a world of hurt. But unlike BMW, Hepco and Becker supply you 2 keys, so you can keep one at home and one traveling with you. So definitely don't keep them together. Last thing you want to do is lose the pair of them. The other downside is, look, if you're a shorter person, it is a pain getting on and off the bike. You will kick your foot on this, so you've got to make sure you tuck your knee in. And or if you're like me and you just like throwing your leg over a lot easily, you can't do that anymore. You've just got to take a bit more care, otherwise you're going to slam your shin straight into the top box. Other than that, really liking it. I like the fact that I've got somewhere where I can safely lock up my camera gear, helmet, gloves and summer jacket and be able to go exploring, which is what this bike's all about. Also, on a daily commuter, you want to be able to lock things up so you're not carrying everything with you, or worse still, carrying a backpack. Now, they aren't cheap. I'll put the price down below, but it is money well spent. It's one of the first things you should buy when you get a motorcycle, especially if you're planning on using it as a daily. These make life so much easier. The 45 is like the Goldilocks. It's not too big, it's just too bulky on the bike, and it's not too small where you're limited in what you can fit in it. So yeah, very happy with it and can't recommend these highly enough. The Hepco and Becker, always been good quality, still good quality, and very happy with it. So definitely worth the money. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. And if you like this video, check out some other review videos just here.